Words of wisdom. Do not burn bridges. Just loosen the bolts one at a time and watch it happen.
That's actually kind of deep.
You like that, dude?
Yeah,
I've never been called deep before. I'm a short, bald guy. I swing hard, dude. What can I tell you, bro? That's all there is.
That's not what she said. Huh?
Yeah, right. I got one kid here and one on the way. It works. That's all I can tell you. Hey, welcome to the Cody Podcast, man. A show dedicated to all things good and people good who eat, drink, and their stories and why they do it, man. It's about what you put in your mouth in life. I mean, that's what comes in and goes out, right?
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Amen.
Yep. And joining me right now, I've got two folks. One you've seen before and one you haven't. One's an old friend of mine I haven't seen for a very long time. I'm glad to be here. Mr. Chris, how are you, brother?
I'm well, man. Thanks for having me.
Absolutely,
Great
dude.
to be here.
I am stoked to hear your stories and trials and tribulations. I've seen it all online. And we worked together only for a brief stint, but damn, it was a whole lot of fun back in Newport 17, dude.
Sure was.
I think we were the first ones putting our dick in the Cheerios, if you know what I mean, in Culinary.
Yeah, we were getting weird with it.
That was the first time somebody said, I think barbecue sandwich, and it came out all cool looking and baked off. And I was very proud that you guys all worked with me. So I'm glad you're here, man. I can't wait to hear all your stories.
Thank you, brother. I'm glad to be here.
And sitting next to him, donning the beard of all times.
Ding, ding, ding.
Mr. Eric Fuller, who also works with me here, but
Yes.
The musician himself. How you been, brother?
Wonderful, man. Cannot complain one damn bit today.
Yeah. How's the studio going, dude? Last time I talked to you, you were just putting it together. Now you're doing all kinds of crazy shit, right?
Dude, the train's rolling, brother. It's going from town to town now. Yeah, it's good. I got projects today. I got projects coming out this year now. Yeah, a bunch of stuff. So I'm stoked.
A bunch of stuff that I can't wait to hear, man.
Yeah,
I mean, I know that you're good, and then I know that me and you are going to do something cool here with an intro to this, so they don't have to
that's
put up
right.
like boring words of wisdom.
Yeah.
We can bookend it here pretty soon.
Yeah, we got some stuff in the works for this lovely podcast too. So.
Yeah, and how's life in general, man? I know that the lady's doing good. I mean, the New Year's has come and gone.
You know what? 2018 people like to complain about. I mean, it was rough for everybody, but 2019's looking good, man. Surrounded by great people, that's for damn sure.
Right.
Yeah.
Well, you just build a wall around your thing and you're good to go.
Dude, Donald Trump.
2019, we don't have to talk about it anymore. We're good to go.
Trump's
we
got
can
nothing
forget
on
about
my
it.
wall,
Yeah,
dude. My wall trumps all Trump's walls.
You can do whatever you want. I mean,
big ass wall.
it's a free country, right? And
that's it, man.
just hide behind your wall.
Hey,
cheers to that, dude.
Cheers to that, boy.
Yeah.
We'll see how it goes.
Yeah, man.
And that the music industry is treating you well, right?
You know what? It's not for the faint of heart, as you know, like restaurants, man. But I think that I'm just dumb enough and fucking crazy enough to make it happen.
Well, that's how this whole world works. I mean,
Yeah.
I think anytime you're in the industry where your creativity drives what you do,
Yeah.
you're missing some screws.
Yeah, you have to. You have to be a little crazy, man.
Yeah, well, you know how it goes, man. Hey, Chris, you're not far off this train. Let's talk a little bit. I know a little bit about your past, but the folks here don't. You're obviously not from this side of the pond.
Yeah, man. No, I'm a Detroit boy, so I'm a little
Speaking
gritty.
of Detroit, you know how to put this in your mouth.
Yeah. Hello.
There it is.
Oh God, let's not talk about the big black things around my mouth. Jesus, what are you doing to me here? I'm on camera.
You're welcome, dude.
Thank you, Chef.
Yeah, you're welcome. So you're from Detroit, yeah?
Yeah.
Detroit.
I'm Detroit raised. Came out here to Cali, when I was 21, around when we met. I was a young buck, and I was blessed enough to find some amazing chefs, out here, and find someone like you, and I think right around when we left off, I had headed out to Chicago.
Totally.
So I went out to Chicago and had a lot of fun out there for a couple of years.
You cooked for some awesome people. That scene, now that's one scene I haven't dove into, but damn, man, everything out there sounds cool.
Yeah, it's a hell of a city. You have everything from just amazing greasy deep dish pizza and burgers and Chicago dogs to your 3 Michelin star, Alineas.
Right.
So,
and it's all, and if I'm not wrong, it's not like it's like spread out. It's kind of all
right there. It's a big city, but it's very compact. It's not like you're going from Brooklyn to Lower Manhattan,
right?
Which will take
Nobody
you 4
in
hours.
California has a fucking clue what you're talking about.
All right. So, all right.
Everybody's like trains. Everybody's like, isn't that the same thing? Everybody in Newport right now is going, isn't that like going from Newport to?
Yeah. I don't know. It's kind of LA. Yeah, it's like 2 hours to go 5 miles.
Right.
It's same thing.
Yeah.
Similar.
Totally. And who did you work for out there, man? You did some cool shit out there, right?
Yeah. For a while, I was with Chef Elliot.
Wow, dude.
Which is a really cool experience. That's where I started getting a lot of molecular gastronomy kind of ideas. And it was just a really great experience. Unfortunately, our New Year's, I forget what year it was, but was our last service with him. But it was also, as sad as it was something kind of really special to be a part of.
Totally.
You know, it was a really amazing last service, and then we got to party. And,
Right.
And Graham's really cool. He's a really awesome chef, really good guy. So it was cool to be a part of that, you know?
Right. And for those of you who don't know, he's being very modest. He's working for these people isn't a light trick. If you guys don't know in this field, Chris, you work with more chefs than I have. I got on my own train and then stayed on my own train, and I wish that I had more time in life to go out and experience those things in other kitchens, man. And what you learn from the people you work with is unreal in the back of the house.
Yeah,
it's not like any other industry, right? You like it's what you touch and feel from other people that ends up being you. And your work that I'm seeing now is epic, bro. The stuff you're putting online is fun. I mean, you got a nice touch with fine dining. My stuff is more like Flintstones. I appreciate the Flintstone plating.
Hey, this is what I was telling my buddy literally an hour ago about your food. I'm like, he has this rustic, gluttonous, sexy thing going on. So don't ever think, plating's plating, baby.
Oh, no.
I know your food. Your shit is fantastic, chef.
That means a lot coming from you, man. Been touring all around. I appreciate it. And my big thing was always I'm a retired fat kid, man. It needs to look like food. It needs to look like food. It needs to hit every flavor profile you can in one bite.
Yep.
It needs to be something you can't have somewhere else. And at the same time, it needs to be approachable so you're not afraid of it. So
of course.
I live within those bins just on my own. That's my own pretense. We all have our own artistic view. And so when I stack things, I do it on purpose. It's not supposed to be eaten it's supposed to be eaten together.
Yes,
that's why I put it on. That's why I put it on top.
Yeah.
Every component has its place to be eaten together.
So with that being said, man, you came back from Chicago working with all those great people. You came back to LA.
Yeah. I was working for Iron Chef Morimoto.
Right.
I helped him open up his restaurant.
See how
in
he just like
Chicago.
slides that in, like, hey, by the way,
No big deal.
I was kicking it with Morimoto.
So yeah,
Cheers to Morimoto.
Cheers, Morimoto-san.
Yeah. To being the most badass Iron Chef on the planet, in my opinion, to be honest with you.
He's really incredible, and I was super fortunate that he opened up Chicago. I opened it up with him, and Chicago was his baby. He wanted us to be the new Midwest hub. He has New York, which is huge. He has Napa, which is huge. But he really spent a lot of time in Chicago. So I was fortunate enough to be there. And I was about to say earlier, you gentlemen, we have some great haircuts.
See, fellow chucker.
Amazing haircuts, by the way. So Chef doesn't actually, Morimoto-san doesn't know my real name. He calls me Baudi. So
you're all perfect.
Baudi.
And there's worse things to be called, my man.
There really
there's
is.
a lot of worse
There
things
really
to be called than Baldi.
Well, I think he called me other worse things, but I don't know Japanese, bro.
I didn't understand you, so it didn't count, dude. That's all it is.
Exactly.
I love that, dude. I love that. And how was your time there? So how long were you there, man?
So I was with Morimoto almost 2 years.
Yeah, I don't blame you. What you can learn from that guy, it takes time.
Yeah.
I don't know how often he changes his menus or whatever, but you want to learn it all, right? Don't leave.
Well, it was, I mean, the only reason I left was for better opportunity, but it was amazing working with him, opening this place, right? I worked with him and a chef named Osaka-san.
Okay.
You've actually seen him on a lot of Iron Chef shows. He's always his right-hand man.
Cool.
And the first month I was there, I learned how to make dashi broth. There's no recipe, okay? They're just
right.
No, more bonito. No, less kombu.
Right.
I'm just like,
What's
going on?
Yeah,
dude?
there's no rules.
It's fucking insane. So I eventually, it took me about a month and a half, but I grammed out the entire recipe. And that's something Graham Elliot taught me.
Right.
It was like everything to the T in grams.
Right.
I grammed out like a 12-quart recipe of dashi broth to the point where Morimoto-san comes in and he's like, perfect, body.
Yeah.
All right, cool.
Thanks, bro. We're good.
Yeah.
I feel like I accomplished huge things right now.
Oh, that was like feats, dude.
Yeah. So now hopefully they can keep it consistent, right?
Yeah, of course. I after that I spread the recipes to the rest of the.
That's what's epic though. Is a lot of those chefs and everybody keeps telling me that we really don't. And I don't. I mean, now that you're on your own biz, right? Now that you're doing your own thing, you're on the other side of the flip. It's not about what you do for somebody else. It's about what you're doing for yourself now in your new ventures. And when you get to that level, it's hard to tell somebody you need to function it for other people to make when you're like, but I'm making it.
Right.
But I'm doing it, right? And that's what he's trying to tell you is I'm trying to teach you to be me instead of teaching you to act like me. Right. And that's such a crazy deal between when you finally cross over from cooking with a lot of people, which it takes forever, that to be a chef is you got to learn how to do it for you.
Yeah.
And so learning that to gram it out's cool, but that's cool when you're teaching somebody else.
Exactly. And that's the coolest thing. Like you said, you work for so many people, you learn so many different styles, so many different things. And eventually that's what you take to create yourself as a chef. You take everything you've learned. I don't like this. I do like this. Put it together, and boom, you're a friggin' chef.
Yeah, and to be honest, well, yeah, that's what they put on your shirt. I don't know what the rest of it means, man. I was just, I actually took the name chef off all my coats. Everybody's like, "Why'd you do that?" I'm like, "Cause man, Cody's cool."
Yeah, right. You can just call me Cody.
Yeah, it's cool, bro. Like this is what I do for a living, right? You don't call it. I said, if you choose to put a chef before it, that's up to you, right? I mean, not all people get that title. I remember when it was first coming out and the TV shows came out, and I'm sure this happens with music all the time, is that everybody that went to culinary school came out, they put chef on their coat, and there's no rule. There's no like real degree there's no life challenge that calls you that.
Yeah.
Any monkey can call themselves Chef So-and-so for making a brownie.
Yeah.
And guess what? CIA. They're right. Yeah.
You're a chef. Fantastic.
So when it comes to the ranks, like yourself, man, I mean, I think you've donned the title with the new things you're doing. And I want to talk about that for a minute. You are now working with High Times, correct? Well, you're working with an agency and done some stuff for Times. You tell me. I'll shut
up. Wait, guys, hold on. Cody Storts. We'll shut up for a minute.
Yeah. Well, we can have a moment of silence for that if you like.
Doesn't mean you're taking a sip of your drink. Yeah, exactly. Okay. Figured.
We all learn.
I'm right there with you, brother.
Yeah, right? Totally. So what are you doing now? And you're out of LA. I'm super curious. And it's the first time we talked about this kind of genre on the show, which I'm fucking behind 200%.
Yeah, man. So right now, for about the past 16 months, I've been working on a company called Cannabis Supper Club. And what we do, we're totally different than anything that you've seen for the past couple of years. We don't do any CBD infusions. We infuse no food. We give you what we like to call a higher culinary experience.
Right. Well, nice. There's a lot of truth to this.
Nice. So exactly. So what we do is we pair up with our farmers and we try to get well-known people in the industry.
Totally.
Wonder Brett was one of our initial people that we've been working with for over a year. They're great. And what we do is we do very elaborate 8-course tasting menus. We'll do an amuse, an intermezzo.
Sure.
And this is really my time to get out of what I do for the restaurants.
Right.
And be able to have fun and do what I want to do.
Totally.
And what we do, instead of like a normal wine pairing, we'll be doing flower pairing.
Totally.
So flowers, nuggets, or, actual weed for,
whatever.
The layman's. We do little flights, and you can check us out on our website, CannabisSupperClub.com. Instagram, same thing, Cannabis Supper Club.
Totally.
And you can see we have it's beautiful, man. Like the first time I did it, I was a little skeptical,
Right.
Like, dude, smoking and eating, because we're chefs.
Well, yeah, man, you're really playing. I mean, and I'm not trying to be funny, but you're playing with fire. What you're doing is burning taste buds that you have to reinfuse, and how's the fat going to go with that? I mean, when I thought about it, I was like, well, it's genius. It's a hard thing to combine those twos because smoke really fucks with your palate.
Yes, it does.
It's not like, I mean, and it doesn't matter what flavor smoke it is. If I'm breathing in whatever, it's going to really change everything about, and it's going to stick to your beard. It's going to stick to the people around you. It's going to
linger.
Yeah, it's going to linger. There's a lot of other effects, and that's why I thought this was so entertaining. Because it's got to be I mean, you can really fuck with some people's heads, which is great.
Yeah. No, it's
flavor profile.
It's fun, man. I remember our first dinner is what changed my mind. I walked out into the dining room halfway through, and just seeing all these people in like a state of euphoria, not just super stoned, but but like having fun with the food.
At
and
that moment, you're like, oh shit, this could work.
Yeah.
This is something. Yeah.
I think we have something.
It's a sense of kind of stimulation that people haven't had. Maybe.
Yeah.
Well, you're kind of introducing something that has not been done to this. An elevation style where like I'm going to pair weed with food.
Right.
And not infusing. Like I've seen beer companies doing this, is getting big. I've seen celebrities doing this where they infuse all the stuff and they come to the house, right? Come to the house and give you this kind of infused course dinner. But you're talking about taking a good meal with good weed.
Yep.
And pairing it.
Yeah,
incredible. That's crazy.
Yeah, and so that's crazy. My question is like when you do these dinners, are you promoting like, hey man, take one hit, we have a long way to go. Like guys, this isn't
this.
You know what I mean? Like hey man, I mean, you get what I'm saying. You're making it a culinary experience, not like everybody got stoned and had munchies all day, right? I mean,
so what you'll see on our website, you'll see like really pretty, like we have little black slate sheets. And we'll have the little flight in little jars. They're all labeled.
Right.
We have brand new glass pieces for everyone. So we have a new glass artist every time that gives away the glass pieces.
Dude, I mean, this is why I was entertained, right? Not only do I know the man can throw down food, period. Yeah. We'll talk about your regular gig. But I mean, this is something that not only it's not done anywhere, dude.
Yeah, no,
Nowhere.
and that's something I'm very proud of. We're very proud of me and my partner Mark.
Totally.
You know,
yeah. Shout out to whatever.
Yeah, Mark Liebel. I believe you might have met him way back.
I'm sure, man. There was a lot. That was a lot of whiskey ago.
Yeah, a lot of whiskey ago.
A couple bottles ago.
But no, it's great, man. We only do 0.2 of a gram per flight per course.
Okay, yeah.
So we'll have our grower come out like, all right, guys. So you know we've grown this and we have this, and as you know. Woody woo, right? So they start smoking.
So it's educational too.
Yeah, it's
like they're kind of teaching you and going through what you're smoking,
how we grew the strain, what the flavor profile is, all that kind of stuff.
It's not so standoffish, man. It's very much this is good for you. It came from the earth. It came from the ground, and this is what we did.
And what's exactly all natural.
Smart.
You know, we're not using any extracts or oils or anything like that. And I think that's also what makes it a community. We're sitting at a big, long 30 top, and people are just passing around.
Well,
and
that's the same we did back in the day. Yeah, it's how it should be, right?
Exactly.
The Last Supper should be every supper. Right?
Yeah.
I mean, that's really what we need to accomplish as a group to get along. And I'm a big fan of the CBD movement. I don't know if it helps or doesn't help. You know, somebody give me a bath bomb and put me to sleep. Congratulations.
Yeah.
Cool, right?
Right.
The fact that people are doing it as natural, I'm in.
Yeah.
You know,
yeah.
I don't. When I smoke weed, I turn into a total non-social anything. So that's just me personally. But I'm a supporter of it, right? I think that anything that you want to do on your personal time that aids you in any way, relaxing, not relaxing, and can be put down so it's social, which. Herb is social, man.
Exactly.
And now that it's legal, I mean, I remember the first time I went to, and I'm a huge Dave Matthews fan. Don't hold that against me, but I'm a huge Dave Matthews fan.
Oh, man.
I know you're a music guy, bro. I apologize.
Hey, I respect.
Yeah,
I
you have to, bro.
Respect
What are you talking about? I won't make fun of you.
Except
too
for that
bad.
one time where they dumped the poo on everybody.
He didn't mean to.
The poo on everybody.
He didn't mean to.
That was in Chicago, right? Where was that at?
I don't know. Where
that river.
I'm never gonna hear the
river of poo.
Dave Matthews fan.
Dave Matthews and the river of poo.
Yeah, I know. I think he donated a bunch of money. We'll call it.
Yeah.
I think his bus driver hit the wrong button. Yeah. Go. He was all fucked up. Hit poo.
It was the wrong eject. It was the wrong eject button.
With the content of poop being at hand, we're gonna take a break here, and then we'll come back after this. Peace on the Cody's podcast, man.
Shit. Oh, that's.
Oh, Jesus.